Welcome back, everybody. So I finally have this all cleared out. That took a lot of digging. Luckily, I didn't go down any further, but I think this should be high enough. And if I fill all this in with map, oh boy, that's gonna be something. So I've got the top part of the wall done. And then if you get into the middle here, this is the center. So I missed with my beacon, but that should be the center of the room. So I've got little markers here and there. So that should just guide me when I'm building my wall. And then I did notice this is not on the center because that stairwell is 2 and not 1. So actually I think that stairwell is 3. So that's that is what it's actually 3. So is it centered? Let's see if it's centered. No, it's not. So I guess technically I could say that was the center. But I think I'm going to have to do that. Let's move this over here. Okay, we'll call that the center, which does mean when I go over here, I'm going to have to move this over. Go away, go away. I did notice this is a slime chunk. Although I think I already knew that because I've seen slimes down in the mines underneath everything. Where was I? We are right here. Oh, there we go. Get my coordinates. Yeah, so 249. So I think I had it on 250. So it's going to be 249 right here. So I'll just have to move this wall here, or this marker here is going to go over one. Is that silk? No, that's not. That's well, that's just unbreaking. Where's my silk? No silk, no silk. I have to get a silk touch. But this will be moved over there, so that will look a little better, because I know if I don't do that, I will notice it later on, and it's just going to nag the heck out of me. So I'm just going to have to move the map. It's in there over here, but I think I'm going to update it as I go along. I do like the way that ceiling came out. Kind of a cool variety of stuff. And I'm going to have to block this up because it's that super mining is good in times, but sometimes it gets out of hand and you can't control what you're doing. So like I said, I'm going to have to get the map. It's up here, update it, and start filling in that. But I believe what I want to do first is at least start on the walls. I want to get the walls done, or at least a majority of the walls done. So like you see, I started with the light here. That's almost too modern for the area, but I'm going to go with it. That's my little touch of modern, because I've got that up there too. But I think the rest of it, I'm going to do a lot of cobblestone and brick. And then mix in some walls, maybe some andesite walls and a few of these diorite walls just to give a pattern, and then throw in a couple pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns for good measure, just as a throwback to the old original spawn style. I'm going to have to get started on that, and I'll have to go round up my maps and update all of them. I did notice I do have a few banners named that I can tap the maps with to put markers on them, and I'll have to do that for all the cities. I don't think all of them. I know There's a handful that have names, like Spawn here I have a banner right above the door which is named, so I can use that, so that'll be a good marker. But I think all the other cities, at least all around here, I think they've all got banners I can use to mark the map. And to start with, I don't believe this map is going to be too huge, although I do have a bunch of leather and item frames that I've collected, or item frames I made from the leather I've collected. How's that? So I did just leave the floor kind of ucky, because there's going to be item frames and maps on it, so you're not going to see this. But my dilemma now is, depending on how many item frames I have for the map, I may need to actually start doing a floor, which I think I will. I'll just cross that bridge when I get to it. So this may not be done for a while until I get all the mapping and stuff done. But first, let's start on these walls. So to get started on the wall, I've gone through and used the smooth stone. I place these every 10 blocks just to give it a kind of a uniform split on the wall. And then we'll just work in each section. I think I really don't have a plan for this, so we're doing it live here. Definitely, I'm going to do this. I want to do, the cobblestone. I'm going to have to get my scaffolding to get higher than that. And then maybe for this, maybe let's hit stone brick wall here. And maybe just a very simple, like a cross structure for that. Where's my scaffolding? It may just be this simple. Go all the way up there and all the way across. Let's step back, see how that looks. Look at this. Okay, wait for a big reveal. Yeah, not amazing, but that's a good start. Maybe I'll do different patterns on each of these walls here. This is almost too low. That almost needs to go up one. So maybe if I did like that. Oops, no, it's close. Close. That also means I need to do this. Okay, that looks better because it's centered on the wall. So that'll work for one design. Maybe, we'll work on different designs, and I actually want to kind of light things up as we go along. Maybe like that. And then run this down the middle. I'm also going to pop this out. Just I don't need lighting up here, but I think I want lighting up here. Yeah, I think that'll be okay there. So that's how I'm going to do this. I'm just going to put different patterns on the wall. Not really, I don't think I'm going to stick with anything, too regular. So it's not going to be like cross, a square, circle, cross, square. I'm just going to almost randomly put them out there. So I think it'll give it a better look. I mean, like even this is semi-regular pattern up there, but it's nothing really, like, the blocks did not work out the way I wanted to, count-wise. So this pattern's a little bit, irregular up here. Maybe the same thing on the walls. I'll still use the same designs repeating back and forth, but not in a regular manner. And I think that'll actually make it look a little better. And part of it is I want to, like the old map, I think I'm going to make copies of the old map and just seal it in glass so it doesn't change and put that up on the wall. And then I've got some other maps I've already collected. So I can put those up in various places along the wall for, I don't know, like historical maps or just a different view. And I think that would be good. So I may need to replace some of these walls with solid blocks anyhow. So I think not having a completely regular pattern. I got the, the pattern across the top. So now I just need to get to work on this. So I think I'm just going to time lapse it up. Get this all finished. Hopefully I'll get the whole thing finished. If not, I'll just show you a good portion of it, and then we'll pop back in and maybe put in a few maps. Well, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. Gotten all the walls done. I did various designs. I did somewhat symmetrical on some of them. Although these are sideways and those are up and down. They almost look like hieroglyphics or some kind of weird visual text or something. That guy almost looks like he's got buck teeth. And that actually didn't take as long as I thought it would. I thought it'd take a lot longer. And I also have this area over here, this giant lava pit, which I'm debating whether to get rid of or keep. I mean, it is a cool little feature in there, but it kind of gets in the way. So I'm going to think of something. I may get rid of that. Right now, it's not in the way of anything, except for when you're going around, but there's plenty of room to circle around it. And I did kind of, format this, or I guess build this up as an actual walkway. So this kind of delineates the exterior from where the map would be. And then I just threw in some brick and cobblestone and that kind of stuff in a regular pattern around there. So I think we're good to get started on this. This is the basic design. We'll probably finish things up and tweak it as we go along, but right now this will be what the walls and the ceiling and everything look like. And all we have now is to get rid of these stupid Enderman dirt piles. They just keep putting blocks of dirt everywhere. I don't know where they're all coming from. I bet there's a whole bunch of empty spaces upstairs that had dirt, but now they're all emptied out. That's kind of a pain. Oh, and I did get quite a few slime balls. It's kind of amazing, just running around here, how much slime balls you can get in this little slime chunk. So I guess to wrap up this video, let's head on upstairs. I'm going to show you one little change I made. We can drop off these slime balls and I can show you how many I've gotten. You notice it's Christmas. I'm working around the Christmas season or weekend here. But yeah, I've gotten I think I had like 2 or 3 stacks when I started, and I've got all these just from down there mining and getting slimes in my way bothering me. So I really don't need a slime farm. I can just pull them, just collect them naturally as they come along. So this is what I want to show. I have this original mine cart here, which this sends the mine cart down and unloads it and comes back. So when it's up, that lets me send that minecart down, and it goes off and dumps it. But I was running into the problem where I needed to send me down, so I didn't have to run. I used the normal minecart, but if I got tired of breaking this, losing the chest, and having to build it back up and put it together. So I thought, let's see if I can leave 2 of them on the track at once. So when I flick it down, this switches back and this goes back and forth. So this will go all the way down to the end. And then when it comes back, it'll end up right here, which is all fine and dandy. But when I turn on the drop off, you notice the way the minecarts line up, it makes this little infinite, this loop back and forth where this minecart can't get down there. So my solution was this tricky little sticky piston here. So when you push the button, it's going to turn off this and pull back that block, which will turn off this and should switch it so it goes this way. So it can send it back down. It'll switch back this, to this direction after the button pops back up. So when the minecart gets done emptying out and comes back, it naturally comes right back there. So if I want to send it down there, I just push the button. You see the piston pops out. This switches so the cart will go down to the end. And then once it comes back, it'll be right back where it needed to be. So that was a small adjustment I made there, but I think that was a good one to show you. And with that, I believe I am done for today. Next episode, we should at least be starting on getting the maps, or I'll run around and get the maps all done so we can start putting the maps down there in the room where they belong. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, I've got an issue. I'll have to fix that too. Oh, I bet it's because of... yeah, it's because of that block there. Oh, there's an easy way to fix that. Let's go... where do I want to go? I want to go up here. I bet if I do stone slabs, I could probably stone slab that, and it's not going to stop the piston from moving. Or maybe it will. It's not going anywhere. I'll have to fix that. I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, duh. Duster, duh. Oops, and I lost one of my stone. Where's the stone slab? I had more than one stone slab. I lost them all. Boy, I was trying to just to say goodbye. I've caused more trouble for myself. So let's try this one more time. There we go. Yeah, it wasn't all the way back against the block here, so that's where I got in the trouble. So where was it? Oh, I was saying thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye now.